Okay. So the Oasis why statement, how do we get here? July on sabbatical, I had like massive goals. I was like, man, I'm not doing church stuff this month. I'm gonna read 18 books. It's gonna be tight. I read one book the whole month and it had extra days in it. But anyway, Start with Why was the name of the book. Simon Sinek, most people know him as the guy who bashes millennials, glasses. He's always talking about like just social psychology and how we are as people and all this stuff. Anyway, long story short, in the book, he's like, great companies operate from a why, like why they do things, not what they do or how they do it, but why they do it. And so as I was reading this book, I was like, what is it that will help us as a church properly describe what we do here, and more than what we do, but why we do it? Because we tend to just say like what we do, and it doesn't make sense, because if you tell people that we have tables at Oasis, people are like, tables at a church? That's weird. I just sit at tables. It's like, yeah. It's like, okay, not interested, you know? It's a weird thing. So I was like, let's do a why statement so that we can clearly explain to other people why the what's and how's are what they are. So before I give you the statement itself, a why statement looks like this. Oasis exists to contribution so that impact. Yeah. So why do we exist? We exist for whatever our contribution is so that we can see this thing happen. This was the last weekend in August, I think, the 23rd or something like that, somewhere in there. A bunch of us got together, worked through some things, and then about half the group went into a text chain and refined the statement. And this week, we finally came to a good, solid conclusion. So here it is. Oasis exists to move away from traditional expectations so that anyone can meet Jesus through tangible means. That is why we exist. So when we explain this to people are like, oh, what is your church like? It's like, well, just so you know, like we move away from traditional expectations so that people can meet Jesus through tangible means, or whatever, however you want to say that. But it explains why we have tables and chairs. It explains why our service flow goes the way it does. It explains why we very rarely start on time. It explains why the kids are just everywhere. I think for half of the service, Trey was just upstairs watching YouTube by himself, you know, like, but it explains why things are the way that they are. And from there, it gives you a natural springboard to talk about what Oasis is like. And I think that this phrase legitimately packs up why we do what we do, because at the end of the day, all we want is for people to meet Jesus. And the word tangible specifically popped up because so many people had stories of like tangible things that they had seen done in Oasis that helped them improve their belief in Jesus, which goes back to the sermon of just loving others. Like the love that is shown here legitimately shows other people that we are his disciples, and it makes those other people want to know Jesus better. And if all of us are showing up to do that, then we all just want to know Jesus more. And that's so cool to me. So, this is why. Oh, that's a good one. It's the reason that I don't preach every Sunday out of the year. You know, it's the reason we just do like straight Bible study. It's the reason, like, we're not here to fit what we've all known church to be. And not because we just want to be countercultural, but because we just want people to get to Jesus. Yeah, so that's why we do everything that we do. Any questions, any comments, any concerns? Y'all like it? At some point, I don't know, it'll be in places, t-shirts, mugs, I don't know, bags, I don't know. But yeah, this is why we are. It is not who we are, but it is why we are the way that we are. Rap music, pre-service, post-service, all of it. It legitimately explains everything. And I love it. So that's all I got. If nobody got nothing, we can all go home and have lunch and watch football. And if you, like me, got an antenna so you could get Albuquerque CBS at 2 o'clock so you can watch the Jets beat the Broncos down, then you're going to have a really great week this week. Lastly, again, I do want to say, if anybody wants to jump on the Jets bandwagon, we don't have a bandwagon yet, but we're building it now. So if you want to come on and help us build it, you can. Because in 2 years, it's going to be a bandwagon, and I'm rejecting applications. That's fine. I didn't start with any. I got a Jets blanket you can sit under if you come to my house, and Jets cups. So there's that. Well, I have like a specific, like it actually says like New York Jets on it. I know which one you were talking about. But anyway, neither here nor there. Jets, Jets. That's all I got. Y'all have a great week. Don't let the bedbugs bite, and we'll see y'all on the flip.